really happy with the practice this week. The results? Another week, another progression battle. This week, our average start was 5th, and our average finish was 7th. Which brings our series average up to starting 7th and finishing 8th, which, is an improvement. Though I think a lot of that may be due to the lack of participation this week, which we'll get to later on in the video. But for now, here are the results for you to peruse. We started this week with a best lap of just under 138. We brought that down to just under 136 in a practice and just above it in a race. Which I guess brings us to some of the problems that we had this week. Now, we did have some moments of brilliance, like that extremely quick, for me, lap, and that was often counteracted by lapses of attention, following the guy ahead of me instead of just racing my line, or, just plain choking under pressure. Now, Brands Hatch is a very difficult but rewarding track, at least that's how I'd describe it. It starts off with turn 1 being a hard right-hander with a huge elevation change. And I'd take this, one of two things would happen. One, I'd just pray I didn't go off track and carry as much speed as I could through the corner.
The lap time was at 136.29.
Or I'd be following the guy ahead of me, forget to brake, and take entirely too much speed into the corner.
P8.
No.
Track limits.
Where is he?
It took me forever to remember that turn 2 was even there. It hides on the other side of this little crest, and often I'd forget to brake for it until it was entirely too late.
I forget about the stupid turn. Till it was too late.
But by the end of the week, I think I kind of had it down.
Is that a new Daniel Gray send it, or is that somebody else's send it?
Turn 3 is pretty important. I mean, they all are, but turn 3 sets up turn 4 and the big straight. I didn't die here too much, but sometimes I would drift into the corner, which was a little bit disconcerting. At turn 4, I don't think I ever really died on, but I also don't think I ever really got my turn in, braking, or acceleration points down. And it's super important, as a good runoff here gives you all your speed for the biggest straight line section.
We got competing send-its. Nah.
Now turns 5 and 6, I do think I really got down. These are the ones that I actually watched the most video for, or at least understood, analyzed, and internalized the video for the most. So I think this is where I picked up most of my speed. Now, turn 7 can be super fun if you hit it correctly. Or if you miss, it can mess you up, even kill you.
No. Damn it.
There's an incident in Paddock Hill. It looks like Kang. That's the new fastest lap for Kang. 134.46.
Now turn 8, I don't think ever really killed me, but it can mess you up pretty hard if you miss it.
I probably got it down to 3rd there.
But when you take it correctly, it's sublime. brings us to turn 9. I don't think I struggled with this one too much, but I don't think I ever really got it down either. This one dumps you out onto the start-finish straight, so it's, again, pretty important to carry a lot of speed out of this exit. I just don't think I studied for it enough to really get it down consistently.
Angry Man beer.
Last lap time was at 1:35.91.
Yes. 135. All right.
The lack of split this week meant a couple things. One, there were going to be fast guys who were bound to be ahead of us. Two, there were going to be fewer slow guys on the track for us to be ahead of. Now, I think about midweek was when we were doing our best. We'd gained a little bit of speed, but I wasn't pushing so hard that I made silly errors. By the end of the week, we had gained more speed, but I was pushing so hard that I made silly, often fatal errors. Now, we're going to take a couple lessons from this week into next week at Road Atlanta. One, we're going to watch tape of fast guys taking the most important, hardest corners. This really helped us out a lot at Brands Hatch, and we're going to carry that into next week at Road Atlanta. Two, we're going to get more time under pressure. That'll allow us to absorb it a little bit better, and that's one of our biggest areas that we need to improve in. So, I think by the end of the week we'll be able to get it. Road Atlanta is a tricky track, at least from my little experience that I've had at it. So in order to follow along on our journey of gaining speed and skill, click the subscribe button, hit that bell, head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman to follow us along live, follow along with us live even. And until next time, for your viewing pleasure, here are a couple videos that YouTube would like you to watch. Don't let YouTube down.